Afghanistan. 14 years of war against invaders have left the land desolate. Villages stand in ruin.
Getting this canal back into operation was one of the major reconstruction projects of the Afghan Development Association, a non-governmental organization established in 1990 to work with the Afghan people on the revival and development of the rural economy. ADA began its work in the refugee camps in Pakistan, where 3.5 million Afghans had to live out the war on charity and a monthly food allowance.
Over the years, NGOs have been promoting a number of initiatives to increase the amount of income-earning opportunities for refugees. These have included programs to help refugees establish their own small businesses. Start a part-time activity at home, such as tailoring, is one example. Aiding a man in establishing a workshop in his local bazaar, and perhaps employing a young relative as his assistant, is another.
The effort required is considerable. ADA's work on irrigation combines traditional methods with modern engineering in a way that's appropriate for this land and its people. One of the ADA's most ambitious undertakings has been the rehabilitation of the Spinawala Canal east of Kandahar, which is vital to the grain-producing area of southwest Afghanistan. It had been useless since a flood destroyed its intake in 1980. The reopening of the canal in September 1993 was an occasion to celebrate, and not only for the 600 families who had depended on the 1,200 hectares of land to which the canal had supplied water in the past. When the project was completed, the Spinawala Canal would irrigate twice as much land as it had before the war.
We help people, our fellow human beings, to dig the soil, plant seeds, grow trees, make the water run pure, to live and work in peace. It is an act of belief in the future of all of us.
The oxen, with which 90% of farms were tilled before the war, have mostly been killed. It would require 250,000 oxen to supply present needs, so mechanization is a priority. The village committees organize the use of the machinery, making it available to groups of farmers who otherwise couldn't afford to hire it. In keeping with ADA's emphasis on self-reliance, once the equipment is in place, the farmers bear most of the cost of the operation. Livestock numbers have been halved by the war. In the effort to restore enough meat production to feed the population, veterinary projects are being funded by the UN Development Programme. Thousands of animals have been vaccinated or treated for disease.
Our objective is to help the Afghan people to rebuild their livestock population.
As one of the poorest countries in the world, Afghanistan has never fully developed its sector of education. According to a UNESCO survey in 1979, only 15% of the population were literate.
There are 4 types of training implemented by Teacher Training Center and Pedagogic Mobile Team, both in Pakistan and inside Afghanistan. They are training the teacher through 2.5-month courses, training the teachers through 15-day seminars, training the teachers through 8 days resource center, training the teachers through 16 days practical work with the teachers in the classroom.
As fighting continues in Kabul, the refugees wait beneath tents where summertime temperatures soar each day to over 43 degrees centigrade. Most of the refugees who live in the desert at Sarshahi fled Kabul in January 1994 with very few belongings after their homes were destroyed by rockets. Madeira had the tents manufactured in Lahore, Pakistan, and UNHCR distributed them throughout 8 blocks of the camp, thus providing shelter to nearly 23,000 people.